In the Facebook Dilemma Part 2, we see that while Zuckerberg originally created Facebook with a smaller idea in mind, it grew into a larger technology with a new mission that was to give people the power to build community and to bring the world closer together, which is what their current mission statement is. However, in this film, we see just how much this technology is used to divide people and how that happens with influence across the globe. During the 2016 election, fake news became a thing. Pope endorsing Trump, that was all a post that was fake, yet it didn't set off any red flags for the Facebook execs because it was getting likes and propelling to the top of people's news feeds. Meanwhile, Zuckerberg refused to take responsibility for these types of posts, as he would argue that Facebook is a technology, not a media source. We also see how important Facebook marketing was during the 2016 election. Donald Trump's digital marketing campaign manager, Brad, spent over $100 million. This isn't a new idea. Other candidates had utilized Facebook in the past, but Brad did it successfully. He disrupted the market. He really made sure that his candidate's information was where it was supposed to be by getting it to the top of the news feeds. We also see that while Facebook might have been created to connect people all over the world, it was also used for harm. And the Russians were finding fault lines within the USA, and they were creating Facebook events and promoting them and causing the Americans not to trust one another. So these were events that were made from outside the USA, but were being participated in the USA, and were causing disruption and discord among Americans. Regardless of the fake news or who was involved in meddling in Facebook or how much money was spent on marketing, Zuckerberg refused to admit that his platform could have had any impact on the election whatsoever. Also, Zuckerberg refuses to admit that Facebook is any sort of media, but rather he stresses that it's a technology. And in the film, we see that it's argued that Facebook definitely took over a role of editing and was involved in media, but they wouldn't claim the responsibility of editing. They allowed the algorithms to take over for what was popular and what was important, thus feeding like fake news to the top and allowing things to be on Facebook based off of popularity and likes and the algorithms. This is a great example of when a technology has grown sort of out of the human capacity of what they believed could have happened or what they thought could have happened, and got completely out of control and perhaps was acted upon too slow, which is what they did say in the film. And they did begin to put some things in place to try to prevent these algorithms from taking over or fake news from taking over in the future. But what's done is done. Zuckerberg continues to see Facebook as an invention that is a solution. It's not part of the problem. So, you might not like it, but what are you going to do? I mean, when you use Facebook to connect with your friend that's across the world, or you use it to see what's for sale on Marketplace, or you use it to connect with your Salve PhD colleagues, it's easy in a way to overlook some of this fake news because, what are we going to do? Which is sort of how the film ends too, in that way of like, what is there to be done about this?